I don't know. I hope so. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully everybody's okay. Hopefully everyone's well. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting, and I've got no idea if this is actually working. Yeah, it is. I'm Les. Nice to meet you all again. If it's just been here before, if you've been here, if this is your first time, then welcome in. I've just got, for some reason my phone's decided it wants to be weird, so don't ask on that and why, because I'm not entirely sure. It's just gone off on me again. So I will be coming to join you over in portrait mode in a moment, as soon as something decides it wants to work. I'm not having a very good day with technology today, I'm not going to lie. And I did miss Thursday. Lucas, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just getting started. I'm never quick at this bit. If I was quick at any bit, I'd be worried. Right, close that. Turn the volume down and go find me on bloody stream. View my own channel, please. I can't see portrait mode chat properly, which is why I have to go into my own stream and find it. I think it's that one. But I'm doing okay, Lucas. I'm doing okay. How are you? How is your weekend? Do you have anything nice? Beaky, hey up, mate. Hey up. You're over in portrait mode. I just popped up. Good job I got in there in time. And Lee, how are you doing, mate? How are you both doing? And Lee's coming into this side as well. Right, let me just do the double checks that my mic is actually working. The volume thing is going like that. I'm not sure what I want to paint tonight, because I've done the chaplain and I've done the librarian. No, you're not. You come over to this one. Fair enough. It did pop up on that one down there, though. It did pop up on that one. So tonight it's either going to be the Vanguard Veterans, which are the 5 guys with jump packs, or it's going to be the Captain, or the Armageddon specific Ancient. All of them need base coating, all of them need dry brushing. So regardless of whatever else I want to paint tonight, they all need that bit doing to them. So we'll start with that. Basics, as always. We're base coating is going to be black, then we're going to dry brush it with ivory to bring out all the details, and then I'll actually decide which models I'm painting, or which order I'm painting them in, should I say. So we'll start with standard Vallejo model black, as is the usual, and a nice decent brush to actually do it with. Nice to see some new people in. If you want to say hello, please say hello. If you just sat listening while you're hobbying, that is also fine as well, but welcome in for everybody. I have a cup of tea, which is good. Now I need a fairly decent sized brush, so not stupid tiny. We need a decent sized brush. See, big difference in bristle sizes. Make sure that it's wet, but not too wet. We don't want it dripping. And everything needs base coating, doesn't it? So let's start with Captain and see how it goes. While you're here, if you want to hit that like button or the subscribe button if you've not already done it, please feel free, because it is free. As is the Discord, should you wish to join there and come and chat to us. I do realise I've been missing a lot from the Discord recently. I am sorry for that. And I was also missing on Thursday. I had my mother-in-law staying over, and she stays in this room. So rather than having someone sleeping behind me while I'm trying to paint and do a stream, just in case, I decided not to. But the boring bit first. The very boring bit first. So we try and get it done quickly and get it done. I know there's a few people who are probably running a little bit late, because I've gone a little bit early. This is a problem. Because I've gone half an hour early. Everyone who's used to me going at 9:30 is like, ah, panic, 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 panic. And then figure out that, yeah, I'm here already. Ha ha ha. Oh, that is nice. That is a nice cup of tea right there. This is why Sparkles needs to make me a cup of tea more than me. She makes a better cup of tea than I do. Don't know why we'd do the exact same process for pretty much the same time and everything, but it's always better when someone else makes it. Always better when somebody else makes it. Fingers crossed. I have 2 things planned for Thursday. Might as well talk about that while I'm just doing the boring black bit. So I have 2 things potentially planned for Thursday. One of them is going to be a reading thing. A ready thing, which I've not done since Combat Patrol. Hey up, Graham. Speak of the devil. And the other thing is, if it arrives, I will be painting Hector's instead. So essentially, it's all depending on Mr. Graham's Hobby Corner right in the chat, whichever side of the screen it's at, I'm not sure. Yeah, if he can get those Hector frogs to me in time for Thursday, I'll be painting the Hector frogs, or at least 1 or 2 of them. If not, I will be reading from the new lore in Armageddon, because I realised they give us a lore book and a rule book. So I'm going to read some of the stories and bits from the Armageddon. If I don't have a Hector model to paint, that is. If I have a Hector model, then I'm going to be painting frogs. Probably going to be Babs and Fats first. Finish with me on Thursday. I mean, with me on Thursday day. I go live Thursday night. Perfect. So it sounds like we're doing Babs and Fats on Thursday. If anyone's wondering what the bloody hell's a Babs and a Fats is, if you go to Rogues Den Hobbies, which I will pop a link for in a minute, actually, specifically to that section, or to the MS Paint section, should I say. Mr. Pontifex! Mr. Ward Matt Ward kind of killed you caring about the 40k hard canon lore. And it's a bit wishy-washy in places, and there's some bits that don't make sense. I'll give you that, Mr. Pontifex. But apparently I've got a voice for ASMR when I'm reading. And some people have enjoyed me reading these stories from Combat Patrol and things. So, as people have enjoyed it in the past, I'll do it again for those who did. But if I've got models to paint, I will paint models first. If I've got models to build, I'll be building models first. I just don't want to burn myself out on Space Marines too much, because I know what happens. I've done that before. I have burnt myself out on doing armies, particularly Space Marines. Good evening, Twisted. Good evening. Yeah, you know what I mean by burning myself out on Space Marines, Twisted. All those that I've done in the past, all however many hundred. It kind of gets a bit much after a while. And this is coming from the guy who last week painted 3 librarians, and the week before that painted 2 chaplains. And now I'm painting another captain to be like, something like, what, the 12th captain now? I'm not sure. But yeah, you get burnout on Space Marines if you do too many over and over and over again. So a nice little bit of a break, which is where the D&D stuff can come in nicely, as well as some of the other things. See, Twisted has decided he's going to paint evil little creatures as a change. And I'm sorry, Twisted, I'm always going to refer to that thing as an evil little creature, because I don't like them. They are evil little creatures. Some people do and think they're all harmless. Well, good for them, and they're going to lose their shoes. I mean, yeah, you do have McNeil, Abnett, but to a certain degree with Warhammer, it does. I've got to the point now where I've read that many stories because there is only war. I'm kind of sick of it. I think I got about 20 odd books through the Horus Heresy before I was like, right, oh, I can't do this anymore. This is just too much. Too much. I think I have the Ultramarine Omnibus on the shelf in what will eventually become my painting room. I think I've still got Prospero Burns as well. I haven't got a lot of my books anymore. I lost them when I moved. Well, not so much lost them as they just didn't come with me. They might still be at my old place of residence, seeing if my father's still there. But that's a lot of sorting to go through. Yeah, Lucky is getting good at faces. Lucky's just getting good, that's the thing. Everyone's making leaps and bounds and I'm kind of tippy-toeing along. Maybe I should try new techniques. Everyone seems to be doing that non-metallic metal thing. I'll wait till it's died off a bit and then I'll give it a go. That way I'm not getting compared to all these people who are doing it absolutely wonderfully and I'm picking up. Because I'm not the best painter in the world, I will admit that. I'm probably far from the worst, but I'm nowhere near the best either. See, I'm not completely talking myself down. As I said, I'm not the worst, I'm just not the best. You got a Manta? Oh, I'm glad Calm's not in now. He'd be going a bit nuts if you said you got a Manta. Hello, Mike. Yes, this is Warhammer Mike. This is specifically at the moment I'm base coating the captain from the Armageddon box. So if you're recent enough of a collector to be aware of the 11th edition box set, it's the captain from that box set. You can also get him in the starter sets, I think. You get him and the librarian. It's the chaplain and how do Lucky? Who's been talking about you? Getting really good at your faces. Yeah, I think you don't get the chaplain, you don't get the ancient in the new starter sets, but if you've got the Armageddon box set, you do. But if you're just getting the starting collecting Space Marine set, you will get the captain and the librarian. Where is the librarian? He shouldn't be too far away. I can show you the librarian in a minute. Let me just get his sword done. And I'll pull the librarian out, because they're the two that you will get as a standard start collecting. I think I got his sword done. And his shoulder pad and his cloak and yeah. Okay, so where are you? Where are you, Mr. Armageddon Librarian? There he is. Mr. Armageddon Librarian. You'll get one of those librarians and one of these captains with the starter set. So if you've already got the Armageddon set, then you will also have one of these, which is the chaplain with a jump pack. And you'll also get one of these, which is the Armageddon banner bearer. But you don't get him in the starter sets, which I think is a bit naff. To be quite honest, you could have done with not putting the bloody captain in and putting the chaplain in instead. Do it as a librarian and chaplain box, because then the librarian can go with the intercessors and the chaplain can go with the Vanguard veterans. And then you've got the land speeder scooting about on his own. Makes sense to me. Apparently not to them. Actually, no, they probably just want you to spend more money, don't they? Like, go buy the chaplain separately for 30 odd pounds. No. I'm just going to pull a jump pack off one of my old assault marines and pop it on him instead. Makes it easier. You're running out of a small pro. You've run out of unique face sculpts. Can you not? Have you not thought of like Etsy or Timu some just heads, just so you can have various different faces and. I'll see if anyone's got any spares going from like bits boxes and stuff, like Space Wolf, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, because they'll have slight variances in the faces and heads. So you could always go down that route. I've got mostly easy buildy stuff, so I don't have many heads. Sorry. Oh, cool! You used to collect high elves as a kid, Mike. Well, we don't really do. I don't really do Warhammer Fantasy on here. I do D&D, but that's a different matter. Which is where the high elves is closest I'll get to. But I do paint D&D, but I don't really paint Fantasy or Age of Sigmar on here. I'm not saying I haven't, it's just not something I usually do. Although I do have Eldari, which are space elves. That helps. I do have a fair few of those now. But I didn't get any of the Exodites. I have no Exodite Lizardy runner, guys. Even though I wanted to run an Exodite army. It's just the general cost of it is too much. You didn't even think about printing heads. You didn't think about printing heads. You've got a printer. You should think about printing everything. What do I need? I need to set the printer up first. That's what I need to do. And then from there. But yeah, printing out heads. I mean, in fairness, if you are going for a full 2,000 point Slaanesh demon army, that might take a while. But yeah, that's going to be a yeah, printer go brrr a lot for that one. I wouldn't mind some new terrain, and I think Calm's still doing some skulls for me, which I've not picked up yet. So I can finish off my Angry Ron base. If you happen to have a link for any Twisted, if you want to pop them in Discord, whether they come from cults or anywhere like that, especially if they're free STLs are great, especially if it's exactly what you want, like head variants. Something that's not copyrightable, so no armor, no specific units. Pardon me. Oh, well, at least you can get half a unit. You can get half a unit on the half a minimum unit. I'm not sure if demonettes come in 20s. Or if you can field them in 20s for that matter. I think you can with like bloodletters and stuff. I think you can field them in 20s. Which would, to be quite honest, make sense. Because they need the numbers, otherwise they're just going to get mowed off the table. Oh no, only come in 10s for a melee unit. That's not good. You're gonna have to field a lot of them just to make sure some get far enough forward. I mean, I'm reluctant enough fielding berserkers in 10s, and they've got a 3+ armor save. As well as surge moves and stuff to help get them out of the way of being shot. So I dread to think what the steepness are going to be like, because, alright, they will have an invulnerable save with them being demons, but chances are it's a 5+. If memory serves correct from past editions anyway. And they haven't changed it to like a 4 and then made Tzeentch have a 3. Because everyone else had a 5 and Tzeentch had a 4. That was the whole point. Tzeentch got a better invulnerable save, whereas everyone else got other things. Slaanesh got faster movement. Nurgle were more resilient. Corn hit harder. Oh, that is a damn good cup of tea. That is a very good cup of tea. I do like my tea if you've not already gathered. A good cuppa will sort you through. You can't beat a damn good brew. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. For some reason I rhyme most of the time. Don't ask. I'm not sure. A proper brew for Yorkshire. Well, maybe for you, Graham, but well, it's not a proper brew, but not Yorkshire. Told you I drink Winston's. You might not like it, I do. I think it's a damn nice tea. Whereas you prefer a nice terracotta cup of tea, I believe. Something so dark and so you can stand up, you can spoon up in it. Now, I'll drink them like that as long as it's got two sugars in it. But I prefer a fair old bit of milk in mine. I prefer lactose-free full-fat milk if I can get it, but I'll deal with whatever I can get. As long as it's got milk in it and sugar, I'm alright. Right, this is very sloppy brushwork, people. Very sloppy brushwork. Please do not take this as a way to paint and copy me. I mean, you can. Just you'll end up with very sloppy brushwork as well. Very, 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 very sloppy brushwork. But at least it's getting the damn thing base coated. That is the main thing. I shouldn't have left my airbrush over at Calm, should I? It would have been a lot easier if I didn't. I would have had this done already. In fact, I probably would have done this afternoon if I'd had the airbrush. Just because I would have sat at the back door. Well, yeah, I would have sat at the door there. Not necessarily the back door, but it's the door that's behind me at the moment. You're learning from me and you're going to use my technique on your next squad. Don't blame me when the rest of your army looks better than the next squad. Although, I mean, my base techniques are technically sound. It's just I'm not very good at it. That's the problem. So if you would get base coat black, dry brush with ivory or slightly off white, you could even go even a brighter white on top of that if you wanted to, and then use that as your shadings. I mean, it's not a bad technique, and it certainly works. There's a lot of people have been using it since its inception as slap chop, I believe it was called. I just think it's called pre-shading, but yeah, look at me being old school. Fargrim! Fargrim! You're back! You are back. I hope you're doing a lot better, mate. I hope you're doing a lot better. It has been a while. It has been a while, mate. How is you? Actually, no, because I've got Lucky in there, and now I've got you. Can I swear yet? Yeah, I'm fucked. If either one of you two get it in you, decide, nah, this is going to be one of them streams tonight. Oh, fuck me. I'm getting sidetracked, aren't I? Between the two of you. And then if everyone else decides to. Oh, tea leaves. That bit I've got no criticisms for. It's my painting techniques. Yeah, don't copy me for painting techniques. I know the theory behind them. So if you ask me to how would I blah 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 and how would I blah blah blah, I could tell you. I just can't show you in very many cases. The tea leaves is one of the few cases where I can actually show you. In fact, I could go get the librarian that has tea leaves on, which is just around the side of my PC. Because all the Phobosy stuff I was going to do with tea leaves, because they're the jungle-y, scouty type ones. So I was going to do all them with tea leaves. And have them as the main ones to face my Tyranids, because I don't have many. Well, actually, no, I'd struggle to take out the big bugs with the Tyranids, wouldn't I? With the Phobosy stuff. So maybe not do all the Phobosy stuff like that. Your warriors will look pretty damn cool with good bases. Although I have to defer when it comes to bases and basing techniques, I have to defer to the master. In which case, this is Twisted, who seems to think every base is a diorama. And because of that, they all look good. There we go. We've got a nice base coated ancient. Oh. Crom. Yes, this is Warhammer. Right, give me a minute. I'm going to have to move my phone because I can't actually read it now. And people are actually typing. This is the first. Make a stormy dark ocean? I don't get how that's going to be a base. Crom. Yes, this is Warhammer. This is Warhammer 40,000. Sikine. No, I don't ignore the haters. No, let the haters in. If we get haters, that means we can hurl abuse at them until one of the moderators kick them out. It's a fun game. It is. Basing you can get in a stormy dark ocean. Have you tried Incubi Darkness? I think that should be Incubi Darkness. Yeah, that colour. It's kind of like a dark greeny bluey colour. Incubi Darkness, then use some of that like white and clear pory paint over the top of it to try and add waves. But Incubi Darkness might be the colour you want for a dark stormy sea. Maybe with little bits of other things in it. Oh no, I don't intend to change. Don't worry, Skin. I don't think I could change if I tried. Which is not necessarily a great thing, but yeah, it is what it is, really, isn't it? Where did I put the black? I've got 5 more to do. 5 more to base coat. Nice big splodge of black in there. On the same spot because I don't want it to spread too much. And then we've got one doofus. And we have something else. What else have I got? Come on, PC. I'm not asking you to do too much. I'm asking you to go tell me what Lucky's just put in. Oh, right, okay. So along the bottom there is where you're looking for. Right, so water texture. Yeah, I'd go for Incubi Darkness underneath that water texture effect. If I was going to do Dark Stormy Sea. Or maybe do a layer of Incubi Darkness and then maybe mixing a bit of that and somewhat lighter with the water effect to go over that and then go neat over with the water effect. In that case, Crom, I'm going to guess your brother is far more careful and neater than I am if it takes him 8 hours to do a figure. I'm looking to have at least one of these, if not a group of 5 of these, done in a couple of hours. But then again, I don't do very difficult or taxing paint schemes when it comes to Space Marines. My armor while I'm doing base coating, I'm also doing my armor colour. Because they are black armoured with blue shoulder pads. All of them, including librarians, for those people who are Codex compliant. You can go suck off Robbie Girlyman as much as you want. I'm not. I have not got blue librarians like every bugger else because I'm special. That sounded wrong, didn't it? That did sound wrong. Yeah, but I'm not got blue. I've not got blue librarians, even though the Codex Space Marine says all librarians should be wearing blue armor. Well, obviously not. I've never seen a World Eater librarian wearing blue armor. I don't think I've ever seen a World Eater librarian. But still, if they don't have to wear blue armor in their army, then they don't have to wear blue armor in any army. Except because Bobby Girlyman wants everyone to have a little bit of Ultramarines in them. That's what it is. What got me into Warhammer? That would be my oldest friend, Ramrod, who, for reasons unknown, never comes into a stream, even though he's a moderator. He started off with Warhammer, the original one where you got Bretonnians and Dark Elves. So his brother took the Bretonnians, he bought Chaos Warriors and gave me the Dark Elves. So we started in Fantasy. Didn't like it very much. And then he got the next box set, which he took the Space Marines when he started 40k and gave me the Dark Eldar, which was a little bit better. Not bloody much, but a little bit better. But as a game went, we enjoyed that one more. And I decided, ooh, I don't like these little elves getting shot to hell by these nice big armoured superhumans. I want to shoot you with big armoured superhumans. So I started Space Marines. This was about, what, 92? About 1992-ish, give or take. Can't remember, it was just before. I definitely had Dark Elves in 92. I'm pretty sure I moved on to 40k in 92 as well, because it was quite a quick transition over from one to the other. And yeah, ever since then, it's been his fault. He's the one who got me into it. I then started reading lore, found out about orcs. I mean, properly about orcs. Orcs are amazing. Orcs are absolutely fantastic. Then I fell in love with orcs. So that's why I have an orc army as well. So my first two armies that I genuinely collected were Space Marines and orcs. Instead, I was given the Dark Eldar. So I don't really count them. I don't have any of them anymore. But I still have orcs. I still have Space Marines. I still have some of my original Space Marines as well, including the ones that came with just push-on guns. I still have a couple of them scattered about. Some of the old Metal Tech Marines. I've managed to find my Metal Death Company as well. The full 10-man squad, which still hasn't sold, unfortunately. Even though they've got the embossed shoulder pads and everything. So yes, I chose Blood Angels as my first Space Marine army. Realised how much of a specialised army they were, and decided sod that. And then I did a little more deep diving into the Codex chapters. So Ultramarines, Salamanders, Imperial Fist, Raven Guard, etc. I was going to split my entire army down into essentially an army for each chapter. So a fast attack army for Blood Ravens, not Blood Ravens, Raven Guard. A bikey army for the White Scars. Again, a very fast moving but more heavy hitting units for Blood Angels. Pretty much bolters for, well, following the themes of the armies. And then I decided, no, that was silly. So I just started making my old chapter. And I am a salamander successor now. Well, have been for a long time now, to be quite honest. I've not collected Blood Angels for bloody decades. I've not bought any Blood Angel specific models for quite a few decades either. So I made them a salamander successor because salamanders are the nice ones. They're the huggy Space Marines. They're the ones that are kind and happy and go live with their families. They're the nice ones. Not like all the other giant armoured murder machines. The only good guys in Warhammer 40,000. So I went with them. Oh, no. I have destroyed a few old lead models in my time by melting them and using them into lead pellets for the air rifle. It's not what you wanted to do, really, is it? If I had hindsight, I would not have done that. Because there's a few, shall we say, there was a few choice models in there, dreadnoughts, things like that. That would have been really nice to have kept hold of now that I think about it. But I was young and stupid. So that's what I end up getting rid of a lot of them by melting a lot of my lead models now. Might explain a few things with my head as well, to be quite honest, seeing as I was inhaling lead fumes when I was younger, without realising what it was might have done to me. Can't say it's done it definitely, but there's certainly signs. Certainly signs. I ain't normal compared to everyone else, apparently. That's their words, not mine. I think I'm perfectly normal to everybody else. That's weird. But that's a different conversation and a very different argument. No, see, salamanders are the good guys. They're the only good guys. They are nice. They are huggy. They just look big and evil. They look the most evil, but are the most nice. And that's kind of the irony for salamanders. Property. Wait a minute. Property or property? Because two different things. One of them's a building and one of them's just a really nice drink. Oh, that's a bit good. No. They weren't destroyed that way, Twisted. That's not good. That's not good. I'm glad you got out. Yeah, tell that to the Eldari children. There's no such thing as Eldari children. It's a dying race. They've stopped breeding and just whinge about soulstones now. We need to go find all the soulstones. You need to start having bloody kids is what you need to start doing. But we can't do that. She who thirsts will come and get us for lustful thoughts. No, you'll perpetuate your race and carry on. She who thirsts is going to come and get you anyway. And then... painting. Did I not give these... Yeah, I give these a wash. So wondering why some of the paint's being a bit funny. Basically, some of the black paint's just not going on as neatly and nicely as I would have liked it. Twisted. Twisted, you're talking to an Englishman. How dare you say that? That's wrong. Iced tea. Cold tea with no milk. Ugh. See, even my kids are looking at you like you're funny because you've got cold tea with no milk and they don't even drink tea.
Tea's not that bad.
Out! Out! You can go to America with Twisted. Iced tea's not that bad. Twisted, you've corrupted my children. It's not fair.
I had so much when I went to Italy.
No, no. Iced tea drinker. I'll say I've only got 2 kids now.
So good. I miss it every single time.
Iced tea drinkers. Proper brew. See? Proper brew. Graham knows it. Even if he has got the wrong tea bag in. He's at least got a decent tea bag. You're an Englishman. You had. Do you want to know why you don't have dual status anymore? We took it off you for drinking iced tea. Bloody scandalous. If the Queen was still alive, she'd drop all over again. Bloody iced tea. Yeah, that's why you don't have dual citizenship anymore, because we took it off you for drinking iced tea. I just horrendous. How There are very few things that can get an Englishman riled up. An improper use of tea is one of them. See, that's why it's not kicked off over here, because they understand they use a kettle and they make a brew properly. And as soon as they stop doing that, that's when it all goes. Yeah, you see, you can come up with your excuses, but we took it off you because you drink iced tea. It's that simple. There's no complexity to it. There's no silliness to it. Yes, Fargrim. Yes, I agree. Twisted is a Slanesh worshipper. Drinking iced tea. Now, Sparkles is probably sat behind me thinking that I'm an absolute hypocrite because I drink iced coffee. And I drink it quite a lot. But I drink my protein coffee. Protein iced coffee. So I'm not drinking it because of the caffeine and the coffee. I want the proteiny stuff out of it. As well as the eating proteiny stuff and drinking proteiny stuff. Because basically I want to be a fat bastard again. Or at least the right weight anyway. Because I'm still about half a stone under. You use the kettle. You just chill it after you. So you make a proper brew. And then you let it go. I mean, I've drank cold brews. But it started out hot. I don't chill it first. I'm just glad I'm sat down. I thought we were friends, Twisted. And then you go and do something so heretical as that. Drinking iced tea. Don't get me, I have the same conversations with EB all the time. Don't worry about it. No, in fairness, I'll give Twisted. Twisted knows what a kettle is. He's not quite that far gone. He doesn't microwave. He's not that bad. I'd ban him for that. I'm sorry, Twisted. I would. If you microwave your tea as well, that'll just be heresy. That's ban worthy. That microwaving your cup of tea. Oh dear God. Or at least microwaving the water to make it with. That's the worst bit. That is the worst. Oh no. See, I even made a mini video of telling a fellow American of yours. You probably don't know them, but because America's a very fucking big country. But I even had to give them a demonstration on how to actually make, like, arrange a scone with jam and cream. didn't understand what a scone was to start with. Let's go buy scones, buy clotted cream, buy jam. Make it. And then, yeah, they realise how bloody wonderful it is. And how much they're missing out on. God, no, yeah, see? We're alright. See, I knew you were at least a man of some culture, Twisted. You do not microwave water to make a cup of tea. Although the amount of American React type things that I've seen where they have microwave the water to heat it up, and it's like, no, it doesn't get it hot enough. And it loses its heat far too quickly. So you can't do that. Fargrim knows, Graham knows, Twisted knows, Buzzard knows. Everybody knows you need a kettle. And if you don't have a kettle, then you're not having tea. I don't care what the drink is you make, but it ain't drinking tea. You might use tea leaves. As soon as you put that water in the microwave, you've lost. How am I never done now? Oh, this is the model number 4. I need to keep track of this. Would be good, wouldn't it, if you actually remembered how many I'm actually painted and which one I've done. Seeing as I'm only doing black at the minute, and I've got to get the big dry brush out in the ivory and paint the back of my hand ivory while I get the dry brush ready. And then do all the dry brushing. I've not got out the corrects. No, Templar contrast. Yeah, microwave. It's not a big cooking tool I use either, in fairness. It is beans and soup. Pretty much the limit to that. Beans and soup. Mother-in-law uses it more than I do. And again, even she only uses it to reheat food. Right. So another Vanguard veteran done. See? Actually, you see better if I put it like that for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I've moved my camera. You can't see my kitty. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. In the end, you will have painted thousands of tiny lines to create David's beard and hair. David is an abomination. Yeah. Every Marine I will paint, Fargrim, will be part of my custom chapter. Every Loyalist Marine is part of my custom chapter. All Chaos Marines will be becoming World Eaters. Yeah, I've got to do the custom colours for Eldar yet. I've got them. I've planned. I've just got to get enough of it to do them. Kind of bluey orange, blue, like dark smoky blue with bright orange, fiery orange. Is the colours I want for them. So that's going to be a custom Eldar Craft World as well as my custom Space Marine chapter. I just don't like doing things the way Games Workshop tell me to. I have an aversion to doing as I'm told. Don't know why. Maybe because a lot of the times it's people who don't have a clue who are trying to tell me. But even when it is the people who know what they're doing, I have an aversion to doing that. Yeah. What's a gnome's natural predator apart from me? I want to do a gnome's natural predator. What's that look like? Did I ask a daft question there? Sparkles was giving me a look as if to say, have you just took a shit on a cow's head? And no, I haven't. I've just asked what's a gnome's natural predator. Apparently that wasn't the right question to ask. That was certainly an odd one to ask. I didn't know that. Yeah, just to make sure that David and his ilk clear off from my end, I want the natural predator of a gnome. And to me, it's a 3 iron. Usually in my hands. But that might not universally clear, so let's find something that's universally known. And then I can paint that. Although, Hector's maybe. Ooh, who knows? Or my cats. Now, I've done 2 cats, but I forgot to photograph them. But I've still got Sparkles' cat to do, so I will photograph that one. Along with the other. Yeah, I've done way. Oh, leprechauns! Ooh, good point. Leprechauns, are they the natural enemy of gnomes? Could be. Hey, that's not a bad shout, that Fargrim. That's not a bad shout, that. I do, hopefully. Oh, when that box arrives, oh dear God. I didn't even think about that. I've not even actually fully thought about that. I'm going to have to go begging for addresses. But I'm going to have a very special little leprechaun to paint soon. I hope. If it ever actually arrives. Hint, hint. Dorito, if you're in the chat. Hint, hint, hint. Ali, if you're in the chat, I don't need to drop a hint for you. You know you're waiting for it. But yeah, I've got a few to do. I've got a little alley leprechaun to paint, you see. And I think I've got a Captain Baptin leprechaun to paint as well. And I'm pretty sure I've got a McT. I've got a few people to do. You're painting a leprechaun next and he's playing the flute and dancing with dozens of little mushrooms. Yeah. Sounds more my style. Can you take a couple of hanks out of the mushrooms, especially if it's like some psychoactives? And then he's not actually playing a flute anymore. He's just got a stick that he thinks is a flute and he's just whistling. But to him, it sounds heavenly. But yeah, you should do teeth marks in one of the mushrooms and take his flute out and just put a natural wooden stick in. If not, we can see if a shillelagh can take on a fishing rod. That would be interesting. Think we can get tickets for that, Fargrim? If we can get it done right. Think people will pay to watch it? Get Brad Williams and Peter Dinklage and dress them up. And one could be a gnome and one could be a leprechaun. And Dinklage can be the one that we want to lose. So he's going to have a handicap, like all his arms and legs tied up. And then we can give Brad Williams a baseball bat as a shillelagh. And then he can just go beat the snot out of Peter Dinklage. I'm sure he'd enjoy that. And anyone listening, see, it's not dwarf hate because I'm getting a dwarf to do it who I also know dislikes that little fucker just as much as I do. Well, you are painting the shroomies as Flyer Garrick, so yeah, he's gonna be a little leprechaun. I want to do this now. I want to try and see if I can get hold of Brad Williams and Peter Dinklage and see if I can set up a leprechaun gnome fight in the middle of a ring. I don't know. Get in touch with whichever the Paul brothers is that does that boxing shit. He'll probably pay me enough money to get it done. And Dinklage and Williams to fight. Dinklage, you've got to be tied up, and Williams has to have a golf club. My brain's taking this a little bit too far, I think. YouTube might very well shut me down for this comment. Oh well. I'm not lying. Don't like the little shit, and I think it'll be fun to watch. I like Brad Williams, I think he's funny as fuck, but don't like Dinklage. Not that either one of them are ever going to see this stream, so I'm alright, I'm safe. And what's the worst going to do? Run up and headbutt me in the kneecap? Fargrim, see that name that you've just used? You've just heard what I've said about Dinklage. That little shit isn't even worth that much. Oh, that is one person I would punt lovingly straight off the cliffs of Dover. I wouldn't even want to get anyone else involved on that one. That will be purely personal, so I could just drop kick the little shit. And I don't care if he was Willow. He's an untalented, overworked, lucky little fucker who just happened to fit into a teddy bear suit when George Lucas needed him to. And from there on, he's took all the other parts from everybody else. What's wrong with Peter Dinklage? He stopped most of the dwarves from getting parts in Hollywood. You know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Fuck, what? 7 people you can hire for that. 7 dwarves that only get seasonal work. You can hire 7 of them outside of it. What did they do? Dinklage was whinging about fucking discrimination. So instead they CGI'd a load of normal sized fucking people in it because he didn't get the part. Go fuck you, you little shit. Sorry. Got me on one there. Oh, I know he played the part. I just don't think he deserved the part, and yeah. I'm sure there was far, far better actors within that high range to do it. I mean, come on, R2D2. R2D2, what's he called? Oh, what's he called? What's he called? How dare I forget his name? The man is a fucking legend. Stop painting. Stop painting, you muppet. Who the fuck was in R2D2? Who's the actor in R2D2? It was Kenny Baker. How the hell can I forget that name? Kenny Baker. He should have had that role. He could have had that role. Kenny Baker, far better. Brilliant actor. Played one of my favourite characters of all time, even though I didn't know it. But, yeah. Understood the basic principle. Shit, people need to work. I need to work. They need to work. Yay. Dinklage, no. Wanker. And fucking Davis, let's start an entire company that specialises in parts for little people and fucking monopolise them. Another wanker. Who died in 2016? What? Davis? No. Yeah, you can't make me this happy. Warwick Davis. You little shit. If you're not dead now. No, he's still alive, a little fuckwit. Yeah, still alive. 3.5 foot fuckwit. Ooh, some Reaper miniature dragons, hatchlings, and a big honking. See, that was my problem today, Twisted. See, it's not very often that. Oh, Kenny Baker. Yeah, no, Kenny Baker died in 2016. God rest him. Brilliant man. Yeah, Kenny Baker was awesome. I had a bit of a conundrum this afternoon, Twisted. So not very often, Sparkles comes to me and says, I'm allowed to spend money on things. And guess what she said this afternoon? She said, I was allowed to spend money on things. So I've got me 9 hectares on the way. If you'd like to go, if you are also a fan of Hector the Health and Safety Frog, and you know who Hector the Health and Safety Frog is, then this is my break screen, but I'm not going to break. See, the 10% off code doesn't work with Hector, okay? But the website does. So even in this case, I did not get, my code didn't work on it, so I didn't get the 10% off I usually get for just having a code. So I got the £80 for all of them. And now I'm waiting for them all to arrive. Big kid, I know. But yeah, I'm waiting for all the hexes to arrive. It was either that or Graham has a very nice dragon on there. Very nice dragon. And I was tempted to get that. Oh, purchase any gnome you want. Any gnome you want. Ooh. That's a lot of gnomes. I've kind of been given a similar go ahead, is in if I can find a nice set of dice, I can buy it. Because Sparkles likes nice sets of dice. And as I was looking through today, we've got, I think it's 12 overall, including the all-in-one dice. The one with like the 6-sided dice, but with the spinny things on, with the D20 and the D10 and the D8 and D4 and blah 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 blah. Including that one, we've got 12 sets of RPG dice. And that's also including the absolutely wonderful wedding gift from Graham. Thank you very much. Otherwise, we'd only have 10. So I'm allowed to buy more because Sparkles likes... That's it. He was. See, Time Bandits. Fantastic film. No Warwick Davis in it. No Peter Dinklage in it. Fucking love that film. And not to say that just because they're in it, I'm going to dislike it, because I like the Harry Potter movies. And that little shit had like 4 different roles. He was one of the Gringotts bloody things. He was one of the professors. He got his kids involved in it as well. Talk about monopolising it, eh? All because he was in Star Wars when he was a kid. As I said, right place, right time, and just happened to fit in a teddy bear suit. Although I've not watched Time Bandits for a couple of years now. It was on telly the other day, actually. I think was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday. It might actually be tonight. It's on telly. Like, obviously for copyright reasons, I can't have it on. Time Bandits is an awesome film, but it's also a Terry Gilliam, as far as I remember. So Gilliam film, so it's practically it's a semi-Python-esque film, just by having that connection. Yeah, but it's definitely worth a rewatch. It's definitely worth a rewatch even now. I said it's been a couple of years since I've seen it, but it's only been a couple of years since I've seen it. It's not like it's been decades. It's definitely within the last 3 years I watched it again. Cleese is in it too. Yep, he is. But it is Gilliam's project, despite the fact that that's why I say it's kind of a semi-Pythonish type of thing. He's got enough Python members and bits in it to make it adjacent enough so that people will go, "Oh, is that Monty Python? Oh no, it's someone else." Right? Okay. So you could fool a couple of the uneducated. And I'm calling them uneducated because they've not watched Life of Brian properly, and they've not watched The Holy Grail, and they've not watched The Meaning of Life, and they've not watched Flying Circus, and they've not watched Now for Something Completely Different. Gilliam's animation is absolutely fantastic. The way it's been used throughout the entire film sets, coming from using it in Monty Python, especially for like the intro and the outro. Brilliant animation, and because even though it's kind of stop motion and like cut out drawings and stuff, it just works so well. It works so well. How can you not like? I mean, Cleese, I know he's a bit shouty, which is his form of comedy, but without him, you don't. The rest of them don't quite go. Yeah, you need that loud one so that the quiet ones can. You need that balance. So he's a necessity. Oh, fair enough. If he's a prick in real life, he's a prick in real life. Can't argue with that, really, can you? Once a knob, always a knob. But I can separate the dickhead from a good film. As I said, I like the Harry Potter films, and that little fucker's got loads of roles in there. And I can separate that and still like them. But yeah, Kenny Baker, Time Bandits. See, Time Bandits, Star Wars, some of my favourite films. So he's probably, if it was to narrow it down for stuff like that, it'd probably end up quite high up in one of my favourite actors, for like Kenny Baker. Also like Eric Idle as well, because he's been in quite a few things. Not so much Palin, and obviously Chapman wasn't around for very long, so we don't necessarily have a lot of body of work for him. But you've got Gilliam. Gilliam's work alone is, I mean, Baron von Munchausen, Time Bandits. Oh, what are the other ones? He's done so many. He's done quite a few. Now that I'm trying to think, I can't think of them. Munchausen and Time Bandits are the two that are coming to mind at the moment. Oh, Gilliam's done a load of films. I mean, so have a lot of other people. I mean, Cleese is more of an actor, whereas Gilliam's writer director. Cleese just gets told what to do and does it in his way. I'm going to shout at everything. Basically, it's Jeremy Clarkson as a character. That's what Cleese plays. But if he's a total prick in real life, then yeah, go fuck himself. Stay away. Don't get any more work. Hopefully, we'll get a bank holiday when he kicks it. I can't be too far off now. Although saying that, Dick Van Dyke's still going, isn't he? And he's near enough 100 now. He's getting on a bit. Joe, welcome in. You've come into a very strange conversation. We're talking about really, really good actors and really, really bad actors, and essentially finding out which ones I have the opinion on by stating names. And so far, it looks like I've really got something against dwarfs and midgets, but I haven't. Just two. Yeah, if you go back and watch the first 40 odd minutes of this, it's pretty much me just ranting about two dwarfs or little people or whatever you want to call them. Whatever makes them sleep better at night and whatever makes you feel better with your conscience. Well, yeah, 45 minutes of me going on about two very specific little fuckers. If you are in that demographic, I have no hatred or dislike towards you specifically, just them two little cunts. Ali, good evening. It was just at a hurling match. Who was you hurling? And you won. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Ali won at hurling, so I'm not going near her. She'll chuck me back across the English River. She'll throw me over boats. She'll chuck me past the plains. And once she's finished, then I will split my shins again. So I'm not gonna volunteer for hurling. 'Cause Ali's just won and she's quite good. Don't ask me where all that came from. I have no idea. Harley, welcome back. Good job I got all that out of my system before you turned up. Definitely good job I got all that out of my system before you turned up. I have to remember, sometimes children arrive, sometimes children don't. But I was on I got put into a place where you were spectating, Ali. Wait, were you spectating me or were you spectating the hurling? If you're spectating me, then you caught the whole rant. If you're spectating the hurling, then no, you didn't. And Harley, if you just come in, that means that you've missed the bad words. Don't worry. And I used a lot of. They were justified, though. In fairness, they were very justified. Oh, you're spectating the hurling. Well, you still won, though. And the fact that you can now dictate to these people who are throwing things instead of throwing them yourself makes me a little bit more worried. Because now you don't even have to leave the country and you can just send them over here to come get me. Yeah, just get him and go chuck him about a bit. Why? It'd be fun. What's he ever done to you? Nothing. Nothing. He's a nice guy. It'll be fun. Go chuck him around. Not a problem, Harley. Not a problem. If you call back over, I will welcome you in as always. I'm just doing base coats at the minute. It's taken me about an hour just to get this bloody far. So I've got a feeling it's going to be the simpler of the models tonight as opposed to the difficult ones. So it might end up just being like the banner bearer. Where have I put the black again? Because I've used an awful lot of black tonight. An awful lot of black. Oh, Ali, can you answer a question for me? This is going to be really, really racist, isn't it? Right, it's not supposed to be racist, but it sounds it. Are leprechauns the natural enemy of gnomes? Because I don't like gnomes. Twisted is painting a gnome. So I need to find the natural enemy. Just to make sure that there's a balance on Discord. Can't have gnomes on Discord. They'll nick off with things. Thieving little blighters, yeah. Thieving little blighters. You don't think they make them fishing rods themselves, do you? No. They nick them. They break in. They have off with your shoes. And then they have off with your fishing rods and your gardening equipment. And what do the police do? Nothing. Because they sit there looking all innocent in the middle of the garden. With a fishing rod. And no fishing. No pond. No river. A bucket with no fishing. And the fishing out of it. Well, yeah, I'm asking you, Ali. Because I've asked everybody else. I imagine leprechaun. Yeah, I should imagine they are relatively mischievous as well, because they're trying to keep you away from gold and all that lot. But look, as long as you're not going near the gold, I should imagine they're at least willing to compromise if a gnome's involved. You tell them a gnome's involved, they might just drop everything and go, right, I'm going to go get the little, and then off he goes. And that's what we want. So me and Fargrim, we can set up what is essentially a gnome versus leprechaun fight. And this is how we got onto The conversation of Brad Williams and Peter Dinklage. Oh dear. Full circle. I'm not going back down that road again, though. Don't worry, people. Don't worry, I'm not going back down that road again. Harley may pop back in. And as Harley has rather innocent ears, we do not wish to corrupt that poor child. Dead God! How's you doing, Chief? You alright? Welcome in. Nice to see you. Yeah, you see, as Fargrim's just said, gnomes, little rats, need your socks. You wasn't here. This is the place to huff paint. Kind of. I mean, I kind of more lick it off my brush. Which doesn't sound very good, does it? God's sakes. Lars, you sound like a nutter. Well, I am, but I haven't got the full certificate. I've only got a partial certificate. Just give me one moment while I go find out what the friggin' hell's going on upstairs. Because it's now 10:15 at night and there's a racket going on. Just give me a moment. Is that thank you from up there? Thank you. Yeah. We, the brush lickers of the world, unite! We shut. Oh. Just literally as a media, it's like, ow. Yes, confusion. Right. Harley, are you still in? Just before I go off, because Dead God and Joe are wondering what my rant was about, and it's gonna cause swearing. Right, everyone, I'm blaming this on Dead God and Joe. The rant earlier was about Peter Dinklage, and I might as well throw Warwick Davis in there as well, because they're both a pair of little fucking assholes. Don't like them. Hate the little shits. So what I want to do is I want to dress them both up as gnomes. And then I want Brad Williams to be dressed as a leprechaun. Now we're going to tie Dinklage and shithead. What's he called? Knobfucker. Guy who was in Leprechaun and Willow. Little shit that I want to punt off the edge of the cliffs of Dover. Davis. That's a little shit. Yeah, they're going to be tied up. And Brad Williams has got a 3-iron. And he's just going to go to town on them both. And we're going to sell tickets. So that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to get one dwarf to beat up 2 other dwarves with a golf club. Oh, that's what I want to happen anyway. Don't think it will, but I can hope. Little shits. Bet they were part of Epstein's Island. Oh, it's got to be right up it. If not, they were definitely in some Diddy parties. Can you imagine how much of a thrill that little fucker would have got having them up there? You're too old for that shit. It's just my personal dislike for those two. Don't worry. Well, in this case, it's my personal dislike, but I know other people also dislike them for the same reasons. So it's just me expressing my own personal dislike and how I would like to see it resolved. So yeah, Brad Williams dressed as a leprechaun, running up and smashing fuck out of Peter Dinklage and Warwick Davis, who are dressed as gnomes and tied up. So they can't move and they can't fight back and they can't defend themselves. And Brad just gets to go to town with a 3-iron. I would say I would, but a lot of them come with carbon fiber shafts, or graphite shafts, and they snap too easy. So if you can get a nice solid rifled metal shafted 3-iron, that doesn't break very easily. I know, I used to repair golf clubs, never snapped a rifled shaft. Never ever snapped a rifled shaft. Never seen one snapped. I've seen normal metal shafts snap, never rifled. So yeah, one of them. Whack, whack, whack. And we sell tickets. And I'm sure there's going to be loads of people who would love to see that. Yeah, MTV Celebrity Deathmatch style thing, but without the plasticine. As I said, we need to get in touch with whichever of the Paul brothers it is that does the stupid I'm going to buy you off boxing. I'm sure he could pay enough money to let it happen. He's practically running a freak show as it is, just with him and his brother. Ugh. Fucking Paul brothers. Oh, I don't like them. It's another pair of shitheads that I don't like. Good night, Ali. I think I said that a minute ago, but I'll say it again. Good night, Ali. Oh, Misfits Boxing, that's what it's called. A rather apt name for what I want to do as well. Except I don't want to do boxing. Have I gone off the deep end again? Look, if I go too far off the deep end, can someone try and wheel me back in a bit? It does help. Otherwise, one day I'm probably going to end up with some kind of lawsuit against me. Defamation of character, that type of thing. But if they're coming after me while I'm this small, then they have a really fucking sad life, don't they? Really sad life. Especially with the life that they're supposed to be leading. Anyway, yeah, Hector's on Thursday, hopefully. If not, I'm reading. Fats and Babs, which is Fats is the kind of Fallout style one, and Babs is a big barbarian. The wheel is broken. Then we be fucked. We be fucked. I've already gone way off the deep end. I'm talking about punting dwarves off the White Cliffs of Dover. So, yeah, I've gone way too far already. That does sound like a fun show, doesn't it? The only problem is it's kind of a one-off. It's more of a pay-per-view than a show. So think of it more like a WrestleMania type thing. We'd have to think of what other events could we have on. So obviously the main event at the moment is Brad Williams bludgeoning Peter Dinklage and Warwick Davis. That's the main event at the moment. What else are we going to have on this show? And how long do you think it'll be until we got arrested if we even managed to start doing this? I mean, ideally, it's got to be something to do with, we've got to run it like a UFC or a boxing event, so pretty much the same things, some kind of fight or one-on-one or two-on-one, or, keep the card similar, keep it in the same vein. What else could we do on it? Matt Mercer versus Brendan. They could have a fight. That'll be fun. Disney actors, yes. Yes. Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande. Get them two to have it out. Ooh, no, Miley's got to whoop her ass, isn't she, on that one? That's not a fair one. I mean, the main event's not fair, but that's just for entertainment. We need at least one fair fight. Although we could have Ariana Grande against Miley Cyrus. Or haven't you mounted her? Or whatever the program was called. I think everybody's mounted her in Disney. Miley Cyrus versus Justin Bieber. She can kick the fuck out of him as well. When the shit hits the fan, and yes, it's working, you might be punished by catapult for these shenanigans, as in you are shot out of. Yep. These shenanigans may very well get me shot out of a trebuchet, slingshot, whatever you want to call it. Giant thing that's gonna throw me for miles. Although we had Ali's got a hurling team, they can do that as well. Well, not got a hurling team, but she goes and watches a hurling team, so they can chuck me. They can do a good job with that. Disney actors. See, there's Disney actors that have been in Disney films, and then there's Disney actors that only do Disney films. Which type of Disney actor are we looking for? Because technically, Harrison Ford's a Disney actor. He was in the episode 7 of Star Wars after Disney had fucking bought it and destroyed it. Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, all Disney actors now. Dwayne The Rock Pipe also is a Disney actor now. So that'll be fun, won't it? Oh! And how many Marvel characters could we get in there? Who's the best Chris in Disney? We get all the Chris's. Hemsworth, whatever the other one's called that played Captain America. There's got to be a few more. Oh, that's fine. As long as I've got room to swing one of them, the rest of them are done, Joe. The rest of them are done. Just grab a tail. Right, so we have a caveat now. We have a caveat, Fargan. Dead God has decided that Disney actors have to be under the Disney name, not under an alternative company. So no Lucasfilms, no Pixar. They're all main coons. Cheers, Joe. Little tailless bloody bow. Nah, I'll still like my chances. I'll still like my chances. Even if there are 30 of them and they are hungry. Now, if you'd have turned around and said, nah, they're all mountain lions, maybe not. I think they'd win that one. But Maine Coons, nah. Just go in big stumpy boots. National sport, football. Bang, 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 bang. So, right, we need actors now. So, we've got the main event. Who's going to start the card? What's going to start the card? Are we going to have Ariana Grande against Miley Cyrus? Let's kick the card off. Or can we think of a better one than that? The thing is, I mean, having live actors. What's that silly little girl called? Who? Yeah, the one who fucked up Little Mermaid. What's she called? Ariana Grande. Yeah, I call it Ariaso Grande. Because for her age, she should not look or speak like that. Because he still talks like she's 11. You're nearly fucking 30, love. Grow up. In fact, she might be over 30 now. I don't know. I didn't pay that much attention to her career. And a Tesco car park fight. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, them two in a Tesco car park brawl. Match 2. Match 2. Anyone got any Disney actors they dislike? Doesn't have to be for any specific reason. You can just go, no, I looked at them and I didn't like that look on their eyebrow. It's good enough reason to make up a completely fictional fight card. YouTube, don't start getting your knickers in a twist. But if you want to make it happen, we won't be sorry. Kathleen Kennedy. Oh no, you see that now? That's going to be a beatdown, isn't it? That's going to have to be a beatdown. So Kathleen Kennedy is going to get her shit knocked out of her by every mascot in Disneyland. Every single one. She's got like a gauntlet. She's got to get through all the Disney mascots, and they've all got to just knock 7 bells out of her as she's trying to do it. There we go. Kathleen Kennedy in a gauntlet run against the Disney mascots for the second event of the evening. So, while they're clearing up Ariana Grande's of Tesco car park, because I think Miley Cyrus will win that one, we can get Kathleen Kennedy to see how long it takes for the Disneyland mascots to beat her into within an inch of the tarmac. Sod of life. That'll be over too quickly. Tarmac. You've got to try and get her as close to the tarmac and as thin along the tarmac as possible. That's the challenge for the Disney mascots. Obviously, they've got to do it in the suits. In case anyone was thinking it's too easy. They all signed up to Goat Boy so they can all fight. Fair enough. If they've signed up to Goat Boy, then yes, they can fight it. Right. I finished doing the base coats now. It's only taken me however long this has taken. And I've just realised I've not even changed it over from live chat, from top messages to live chat. So if you are in the portrait mode and you have been chatting and I have not spotted you, I am so sorry. There we go. So we have Kathleen Kennedy getting the snot kicked out of her by mascots. Ariana Grande and Miley Cyrus having a car park street fight. And then Brad Williams having fun with a 3-iron. Is 3 fights enough for a fight card? Are we going to get people to pay for that? Well, if not, we might need a few more just to help out, selling points, selling factors. And if it's all Disney, I'm sure we could think of a few other selling points and selling factors. A couple of really, really good stars that people wouldn't mind seeing. Or would think that it's like, oh, my favourite star's gonna win. And then we put them in a predicament where they can't. It's physically an impossibility. So anymore. Portrait mode peeps should feel... Why? Fargrim's doing fine. The ring can be made out of shopping. No, we don't do it out of shopping. We just... Unless you mean like link all the shopping trolleys together and just put them in a big circle around them. And stuff it full of all toilet rolls and set them on fire. That sounds better. That does sound good. Good idea, that Fargrim. Not everybody comes over to the full mode. Dead God. Not everybody does. It's why I run it in the 2. Some people like watching on the phones when they're sat outside having a cigarette. Hint, hint, hint. It's what usually happens when I go for my break. Which is technically why portrait mode gets a slight bonus over horizontal, because when I go outside I take my phone with me, so I can still technically communicate, but I can only really read the responses from right. So all right, out of the 2, there's a couple that, yeah, there's another one or 2 that I could do with not popping up to start that one. But as long as Fargrim's fine with it, beef away. But don't go picking on each other when the other one's not up for it. Because they're here to defend themselves. So if you can say, look, chill out, dude, then chill out, dude. If it's a celebrity and they will never be here to defend themselves because they're up their own asses too much, then feel free to rip in. But yeah, Thunderdome style. 2 shall enter, 1 shall leave. Oh, I know, Dead God, I know. It's just that not everybody's always up for clapping back, that's the problem. So, Fargrim, if you wish to have an inter-chat argument for fun, for amusement, with Dead God, the classic Burke, feel free. It is done in jest and for good humour. And he's well up for it. Come on, lad. Don't ask me what that was about. I don't know. You could also put her in a room with a greased up goon wielding 2 ocelots tied to chains. It's a real thing. It's a French invention they called nunchas. That's funny. That's the damn problem. It is. But see, because fuck it. I'm lost in the conversation. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Bollocks to it. Big brush. I've lost control. Not necessarily of the stream, more of myself. How do I know what you do on your Saturdays? Because I sit in the bus, she's masturbating while you do it. Don't ask where that came from. Fuck me. I need to go outside and calm the fuck down. I really need to calm the fuck down. ADHD, not good. And it's getting... Woo! Yeah, see, Graham got it straight away. He knew what had clicked in right at that moment. You're not corrupting me, you just... Look, I'm already this corrupt. I hold it in. I hold it back. I keep it away from the cameras as much as I can. Tonight, it's not worked. And I've gone completely off the fucking rails. Shit. Right, no, fuck it. I'm going for a break to calm down. Oh, I'm going for a break. Right, you get arc for about 10 minutes, and then I'll be back. Fuck. Oh, what are you doing to me? Oh dear God. Right. Again, you don't get the 10% discount, I'm afraid, if you're buying anything from the MS Paints range. But if you are buying from the Fantasy range or the Space Bears or the Dwarves, Cold Lads 10 works for them. Oh God. Oh, I need to. What? I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't even remember how to do this shit. How do I even put this on? Right, we go to that there. I need to come back to this and turn that off. And then I need to. I remember that. Actually, back soon, people. Actually, back soon.
We jokes. Always better fun and great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. It's stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. It's stuck in, boys. Musings, always better fun and great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. It's stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. It's stuck in, boys. Musings, always better fun and great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. It's stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. It's stuck in, boys. Musings, always better fun and great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. It's stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. savage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go get 'em, boys. Get cracking. Go get 'em, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go get 'em, boys. Get cracking. Go get 'em, boys. Get stuck in, boys.
Sorry. Alright. Close that window. Bring me back up. Hello. Does help. Where is the Rogues Den hobby break? There it is. No, I'm alright now, I think. I don't know. I'll find out once I start talking again, and as soon as somebody mentions something and sets me off, I'll find out. Anyway, back to what I was doing. What was I doing? I can't even remember anymore. No, go that way, because I need to read the chat. Thank you. I'm back. I hope everyone else is back as well. Have you all got drinks, snacks? I have no idea. I don't know. What? You can't sit on me while I'm over here, cat. I know. Pain, aren't I? Proper pain in the rear end. Sat in a place you can't even reach. Silly me. I did pick 2 of you today, though, so give me a break. Painted 2 cats. 2 of the cats. Yeah, don't mention that little shit. Leave him out of it. Right. Big fluffy brush. Dip in a tiny bit of water to make it wet. Now, we get most of the water off. Because you just do, apparently. Right, what time are we on? We're on 10 to 11. Which means I'd be going for a lot longer than I thought. What would be the easiest to do now? I mean, I've got most of the paints out, I suppose. So I could definitely do... Yeah, probably a good idea. All them paints. Minis. Maybe paint one. So, as usual, I use the back of my hand because I do. And that's how I get my paint off. Because it removes paint as not too much of the moisture. And then, yeah, lightly dry brush. Oh, so just quite heavily dry brush. From top to bottom. In some very nice places to make sure you catch everywhere that is directly above it, because the noon sun is out. I always paint under a noon sun, high noon type of thing, you know. So then some of those dark areas down there stay nice and dark, but all the lighter areas become nice and light. So when I put them next to him, it's easy to see. It works. Just about, I think. Maybe. I don't know anymore. No, I don't get it. Kitty, you've just got fresh water. You've just got fresh food. You've got a 3-seater settee all to yourself. Please don't whinge at me. So who decided it weren't worth waiting? And who decided, fuck it, Laz is on one tonight, I'm going to see if I can push him a little bit further. See, I'm over. I'm never over that. That's usually a point of contention that I can go back to, but I'm not going to this time, Graham. I'm not going to him. I think I've made my opinions quite well known about him. And if anyone's ever seen me on anything else other than this channel, and if you ever see me again on that place, please don't bring this up. I wouldn't want to spoil it for that person. So now we have another one where we can see. Hey. We're doing all right at the minute. Just for a quick reminder, if you've not already hit the like button, you've not subscribed, or the usual YouTubey blah-de-blah-de-bladness, if you want to do all that, please go ahead. It is completely free, as well as the Discord channel, which is completely free also. Well, I say completely, there is only one room that is paywalled, and that is a room to direct chat to me. I don't use it very often because there's only one person who does. And I can always be caught whenever I'm in there. You was getting a beverage. That is fine. That is fine. As I say, there's usually enough time for people to nip off, go get drinks, bathroom breaks, stuff like that. And by the time I get back, I'm not on the same topic anymore. Although we can now, because we've only got 3 fights on the card. We need more than that. No one's going to pay for... I mean, they are good fights, in fact. They are good, but I don't think anyone's going to pay full pay-per-view price for them. I know I wouldn't. Not for just those 3. Then again, I don't pay for pay-per-view prices for anything. If it's a pay-per-view specific thing, because I still watch my wrestling. I still watch a bit of WWE. And keep track of a little bit of AEW as well while I'm at it. I'm aware of a few New Japan wrestlers and stuff like that. But I'd rather watch a review of something than pay money for it when I don't. Definitely isn't worth it anymore. WWE pay-per-views are definitely not worth it anymore. They're bloody terrible. Even though it's just Coronation Street with hitting people with chairs. Okay. So you're done. And then 3 more to dry brush. And then I'm going to start at least on some colour. I'm going to have to tonight. Although this will be most of the Armageddon, that's it. There's been most of the Armageddon box Space Marine sides done at this point. Once I've done these, I think it just leaves the Intercessors and the what are the things, that thing called that I never liked and that I've got one of now. Landspeeder, that's the one. Landspeeder. The Landspeeder to do, and then the Space Marine section of that box set is done. I mean, I still have plenty of models to paint. So it's not like I'm running short on anytime soon. I'm just putting off orcs until I can do them as a large group. And I've actually collated what I've got for orcs, so I've got an idea of how many boys I've got to paint. I know it's going to be at least in the region of about 60 of just pure boys. And then I'm not sure about knobs. And I'm going to have to do some converting for war bosses, I think, because the new war boss is absolutely massive compared to the old one. Right, so we have Vanguard veterans, all nicely done. Lucky, if you're still there, I believe Twisted has responded to you with some very nice colour schemes, or some nice colours to use for your watery effects colour scheme. This is the bit I don't like doing because I often snap iron halos if I go top to bottom. So I go bottom to top on iron halos just so I don't snap the damn things. And on capes I go left to right just so I don't get too much in the recesses. Because I don't want to coat them too far. Because if you go top to bottom, you end up with really, really big smudgy bits in the parts where you actually want them to be light, or lighter, should I say. And he's going to take a bit more of a... There we go. Yeah, he's taking quite a lot of dry brushing, actually, because there's a lot of detail on him. A lot of detail. A lot of detail. Lots of greeblies and grooblies and bits that are just awkward for him. Bits that are very bloody awkward. So there we have the commander as well. And for some reason this camera's not too great at auto with doing it. That will be twisted in Discord again. I just realised my phone's just about on the side. So if you're wondering what that is the portrait mode chat. So I can keep an eye on it nice and easy. Because I can see the other one right in front of me. Because Dead God's just gone to get a beverage. I don't know what the difference between a beverage and just a normal drink is. I'm guessing a beverage means it contains some kind of alcohol. Rather than just go and get yourself a drink. Which could be anything, including tea. As long as it's not microwaved. It's another one we've been through tonight. The heathens that microwave tea. Also known as the Americans who've not been taught by a British person properly. I think it's perfectly acceptable to boil water in a microwave. No. Just so you now know, it is not acceptable to microwave your water to heat it up for tea. That is not acceptable. Ooh, you see, that does stand out quite nicely now. That's good. It's doing good. No microwaving water. We've had this discussion. You get a kettle. You put the kettle on. The kettle boils it to 100 degrees. And it doesn't cool down that quickly. Microwave cools down very quickly and tastes weird. So there we have. Everybody has been undercoated. Excellent. Undercoated and dry brushed. Now, everybody needs blue shoulder pads. So that's a straight off. Everybody needs blue shoulder pads. So I know I can do that now. Everybody, 6 of them need silver trim. In fact, no. All of them need silver trim. So I'll get out natural steel. Bit of natural steel. I mean, some of these paints are ridiculously old. You can't get this specific one anymore. I mean, Vallejo still do. Model colours, you'll still be able to get a basic gunmetal. But if you're looking for the exact one that I'm using and you can't find it and you're wondering why, it's because it's an old paint. It's a very old paint. No. Do blue first. Then if I catch the outer edge, I can go over that with silver. Hey, I'm learning. I'm learning. Not very bloody quickly, but I'm learning. Right, sort me out. because the light bouncing off my forehead was probably distracting. I'm not stupid, you see. I know I've got a shiny FOD. Bit of blue. Bit more just to make sure. I've probably put too much on now, but at least if I've put too much on, I'm not going to run out. And then I want the flatty heady one. So it's kind of a wider brush. And then we start with the shoulder pads. Oh, this is the fun bit now, people. Shoulder pads. Things keep flicking up on the screen. It's distracting. Dead God, I can never remember what other bloody place I know you from. And I think I've asked this every bleeding time. And I know you from somewhere else. It's not just from here. I just can't remember where it is. Do you realise how annoying that is for me not to have a memory? They're supposed to be getting extra damage on the weapon. I think it's an extra pip of damage on the weapons. I think that's what they're supposed to be getting in the new codex. But they lose all the stuff like thunder hammers and storm shields and power fists. South of Paws. South of Paws? Do you have a Twitch name I might know you under? So that's your Twitch. Are you also on the Discord server for there as well? Essentially, are you part of Lives? It's the easiest way to put that. I'm pretty sure you're either part of Lives. Yeah, Lives. It's got to be Lives. It might be Almouth. Oh no, it is Lives. Yeah, right. See, it's because you don't have the classic bit in your name on here that confuses me. Not that it's difficult to fucking confuse me, but yeah, it's like I know you from somewhere else, and it's like he's a good guy. I know him. I just can't fucking remember where. And then it happens every fucking time. And then I ask you again. And then it's like, yeah, it's the same person. And then I see your name and it's like, is it the same person? Yeah, it is the same person. You're a fan of that tall goof. She's not that tall. Goof, definitely. Not that tall. I mean, to be quite honest, she's probably just as liable to fly off into a random tangent as I am. But yeah. I just like to make sure I'm aware that if I've got crossovers in a community, then it's nice to know. And it also means that should it come to play night again, but that's in big boots, that's cheating. She's less than 6 foot, so she's small. And if we get to wear big boots, then I can go up to like 6.5 foot, so that's definitely cheating. Yeah, 5'9", tiny. Like a whole 3 inches short. I mean, that's like a full man's penis. 3 inches short. I'm just gonna have to be careful now, aren't I? I suppose. The extra 2 inch on the heels. Man, I've got to pester that young lady for something else now. Oh no, I've just thought of something. No, this is gonna get bad. I mean, it's gonna be fucking hilarious for you. But yeah, I've just realised people are gonna start saying things now. I don't think I'm ever gonna do the play thing again. Just just so nothing happens. Unless of course it's Space Marine 2. If it's Space Marine 2, then I'll jump on. In fact, that is an excellent idea. I have just had a fantastic idea that I will never get a response to, or certainly not within the time scale that I need. Okay, blue shoulder pads. Blue shoulder pads. Do this on all of them. All your jobs done? Yeah, no, I don't do stepping away slowly. It takes me about 10 minutes to remember how to end a stream. Work can go get themselves fucked at the moment, Graham. Ignore them. As long as that paycheck comes in, you just don't give a fuck about them. Concentrate on the future. That's the better idea, Graham. That's the better idea. More immediate future is posting tomorrow. 9 frogs to my house, please. I'm joking. I know you're well on top of that. Here's a question. Graham, have you got any little turtles? Oh. Oh. Well, hopefully you'll get a good redundancy and that'll see you through enough to be able to dedicate some more time to the printing business. And then if you can dedicate the time to that, hopefully it'll start up. You don't have turtles. Okay, you don't have any turtles. Dead God, if we can find a Steve-esque STL, we need to. Now, I did make a little mini Steve. Oh, you've applied for a civil service job. Excellent. Well, I hope everything goes well with that. Just make sure that they are aware you have a weekend booked already off, and that they are not fucking it up for you. Regardless, because they have to, by law, any pre-arranged time off they have to keep. So make sure you go. Have you got any time off booked? Yes. I have a Friday through Monday booked. And then, see, but yeah, as I did make turtles, a couple of them ages ago, if anyone actually remembers. Probably don't, because it was that long ago. See, I did make, this one's Lily, and I made a green one, which was Steve. Now, the only person who actually knows who Steve as the turtle is Dead God, apart from me. But it was fun to make. Very fun to make. Oh, forgot to silence things. And the only way I can do it now is by going in there. Yeah, that should stop things popping up from it. Thank you. So I need to. So if I can't find a printable Steve, I need to make more from, which means I need to go get the 2-part epoxies again. Well, that's got a tinfoil core. Can't post that, especially to States, because well, they'll go nuts, won't they? They'll trigger up, and God knows how many alarms and systems. Oh, what's this bomb? It's not a bomb. It's got metal in it. Why has it got metal in it? It's a fucking core to flesh it out, you dumb twat. That's what it's like. So I might have to make another green one. My last green one ended up in Liverpool, I think. Well, the Greater Merseyside area. Yeah, of course it is. Are you sure it's a little man's and not a little woman's? You know, he's definitely a little man's, not a sister. Not a sister of twaddle. Or a Polygon war suit. It's definitely a mini man. What faction is it you're painting? I've forgotten. No blood relation. Is that a hint? Are you painting World Eaters? Blood for the Blood God and all that shava? Oh, I'm too far off the screen. Sorry. I've got to keep an eye up there to make sure I'm on screen when I'm actually doing this shit. Get the shoulder pads done. Because in fairness, that's the main coloury bit on them. The shoulder pads, and then red for the guns. That's pretty much colour done. Everything else is more black and ivory from after these two. Over here. Right. I'm just trying to remember the exact spot where this camera looks. It should be right there. Have I zoomed in on this or something? No. I mean, I can, but it gets blurry. Bloody hell. Right, I'm not zooming in on that. That's just not worth it. You off to bed, Fargo? No worries, mate. Thank you for coming in, and I will see you next time. You have a good night, mate. Thank you. Don't forget, Discord is still there. If you like to, anyone wants to talk and chat and ask questions and stuff off when I'm not streaming, Discord's there for that reason. I do have quite a lot of stuff to do in and around the house most days, so I'm not always available. Medication and stuff doesn't bloody help. Like today, for instance, couldn't get much done today, despite trying. I managed to go shopping once. That's about it. No, Graham. No. Don't send me Rickrolls through every form of media that you can. I already have one Yorkshireman who seems to think that's absolutely hilarious. Wonder who that could be. And if you're thinking, you just told everyone I'm from Yorkshire. Yorkshire's a big fucking place, mate. Yorkshire's a big fucking place. I've narrowed me down to Greater Manchester areas. You've got more chance of finding me than finding you looking in Yorkshire. First of all, they'll probably start out in Leeds. And then the fucks from there out. Dirty Leeds. Sorry, I'm a Manchester United fan. That's why I call Leeds dirty. But every time we play, there's usually a kick-off. And they start it. It's like the Argentina of the British Isles. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Fuck! Graham! Got Rick Astley in my head now. Yes, you have. You've got it in my head. And the even worse part is, do you know which version I've got in my head? The one where he sings it with Nirvana. Not Nirvana, Foo Fighters. He comes out on stage and sings it with Foo Fighters playing it. And that's the bit I've got in my head. And that's the version I've got in my head. Oh, Rick Astley swears. And for those of you who are sat there going, nah, that's bullshit. There's no way Rick Astley got on stage with Foo Fighters. Swear to God, after this, go look it up. It exists. Rick Astley and the Foo Fighters. Graham, you've got it in my head. Stop it. I'm gonna shoot you up. Never gonna burn you down. We're just gonna run around and we'll hurt you. Ox will hurt you. I'm trying to put anything through my head just to get rid of that song. Not that one either. Oh, for God's sake, it's got Material Girl in my head then. Jeez. Went from bad to bloody worse. Whoa, mysterious. That one. Fucking Peter Andre. No, you don't need to do a Dirty Dancing reel. Flash. Ah, defender of the universe. I am Iron Man. Oh, the wife demanded, right? The fan will do that for her then. Just don't send it to me. I want nothing to do with that dirty little fucker. I don't even like him as an actor, so I don't have to separate the artist from the art in that one. Don't like his films, don't like the actor. Simple. Although we have chose the dance now. We do have our choice of dance song. Songbird by Fleetwood Mac. And the song keeps singing like never before. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. Oh yeah, and Stevie singing on that one. Stevie and Lindsay. That album is just fantastic. The problem was trying to find the only track on the album that wasn't a breakup song. which was basically Lindsay and Stevie having a breakup through just singing at each other. Just constantly. Just having a breakup in the middle of it. And why were they breaking up? Well, he was knocking about with whatever she's called, because I can't remember the other one from Fleetwood Mac. And Stevie was having it away with Mick Fleetwood. So they was all at it together in the band. And then, yeah, Stevie and Lindsay write songs about the breakups for the band to sing. So poor Mick, well, I say poor Mick, he knew exactly what he was doing. He sat there playing drums, watching this couple break up right in front of him on stage. Well, they've already broke up, just doing it over and over again for money. No, I've never said that. Never said that. You're a bit too early for that one. Bit too early for that one. I can't even put them on though, can I? I can't even put the music on because YouTube are going to go. Oh, fuck off. Well, that's what they're going to do. They're going to whinge and moan and complain. You can't play that. That's copyright music. You didn't pay Fleetwood Mac or Peter Green anything. Nope, no, I'm fucking gonna. I've already bought the album once. Cheney's F1. Yeah, change the F1 song where you get the dum 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 dum. No, that's not the right one. I went into something else then. What did I go into? No, I'm gonna have to go find Chains solo. For no other reason than I want to remember how it goes. Fleetwood Mac Chains guitar solo. Let's get my headphones on, because I want to listen to this as well. You're not getting away with it on your own. Right, let's see now. FLEETWWOD. Fleetwood Mac the Chain guitar solo. I don't want it with tabs. Right. I'm hoping this doesn't pop up with a bloody advert.
Do any more
Yeah, it
meetings.
pops up with a bloody advert.
I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, get her off my screen. This is the one. shadow. That bit. That's the... Yeah, that's just... It is a good song. I only put the solo on because I would get copyright struck for the rest of it. I still might get copyright struck for just having that on, but it's close enough and I should be alright without it. I hope. You're off to PeachCon. Now, I heard PeachCon was coming up, Graham, but I'm not sure. I heard about it and then I looked up where it was and my time limit is like, sugar. I'm not going to be able to make that. So it's like all my conventions now are being put off till next year. So, PeachCon, ChillCon, anything like that, I won't be going to until next year. But I'm going to try and do my best to get to them next year. To more than one. So, PeachCon, ChillCon, Comic-Con. I'm going to try and get to a couple or a few or as many as I can. Even if it's just to go and spend the day and see what's there and not necessarily come back with anything. Yeah, exactly. It's in Derby. Oh, you've applied for the full weekend at ChillCon. Excellent. Then, yeah, I want to go to ChillCon next year. I want to go ChillCon next year. Couple of reasons. One, I get to meet you again, mate. You'll probably get a bit of free labour while you want to go get a drink or go toilet. Secondly, there's some people that I would really, really like to bump into me. Physically bump into me. So then I can turn around and have a go at the cunt. And then when they sit there and try and tell me that they've got something wrong with them, I can throw the same card back and carry on. And I think we're both aware of who this person is. Quite possibly the worst thing I could ever do for my YouTube career if I did. But I'm not after a YouTube career. This is therapy. I mean, money is a bonus, but I'm not getting any. I've done it for 4 years. Don't get paid. Fuck all. Yeah, I think that's one of the names they go under. Just hoping they physically bump into me. Because then I've got a reason to turn around and go, it was self-defense why I slapped her across the face. But then I'll have all the weebs going, you can't do that. And then, well, it's me in that situation. I wonder how long it'll take me to get kicked out. Oh, that laugh sounded bad, didn't it? I wouldn't quite go that far. I've watched one video under your recommendation, and ever since then, fucking sloth-faced fucker just keeps popping up in my feed. Under somebody else's videos as well. Not like I watch them. I don't watch them either, but yeah. Okay, sloth-faced little shit. Fuck, it's amazing what happens if you trowel makeup onto a pig, isn't it? Are you using some of these lines by any chance, Graham? I think I've just lost all my viewers when I just went off on that one. Yes, there is somebody that I don't particularly like for a reason that is entirely personal, even though we've never met. I know this person has the self-awareness of their actions about the same level as an untrained puppy. So yeah, I'm fully expecting them to pop a squat in the middle of a Comic-Con. Probably not the best thing to do, but I expect them to do it. Louis! Sorry, mate, didn't see you down there. Glad to make it. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Whoa, how you doing, mate? Currently got a resin printer, making some one-page rules arcs. Very distinct there. One-page rules. Games Workshop. Go get fucked. Not yours. Well, Louis making himself some arcs. Well done. Well, go crack on, mate. Crack on. I think I've just been having a complain about anybody and everything tonight. From fellow YouTubers to Hollywood movie stars and people in chat. Graham, you're a dick. Because I still can't get that song out of my bleeding head. I'm just hiding it well, I think. So yeah, we were talking a moment ago about it's surprising what happens if you put makeup on a pig and put it on YouTube, how many subscribers you can get. Regardless how untalented the person may be. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about myself there because I don't wear makeup. And I'm also not monetized or anything, so it's not like it's working for me. Almost fully recovered, then take your time, get your rest, get your recuperation, make sure you are recovered from your time in hospital. Don't rush it, because you don't want to end up back there just out of a mistake of your own by trying to get back in there. That reminds me, I need to message Dave, and it's to help you, so don't. I want his I want the Hector thing from the last video. Not with the sound, without the sound. I just want the Hector thing so I can use it up there. So it should help you out. Where am I sat on portrait? Right, I'm sat over here. Okay. He's trying to find out where I'm actually, because thingy, I've got like space next to me where you can see. You can even see the mini lad's little basketball hoop there. Portrait, however, you can't get to see all that. I'm cut off by the. Yeah. I'm gonna have to message Dave now and go, whatever Graham says is lying. I was talking about and he doesn't wear makeup. Are you saying Dave wears makeup? Is that what you say? Are you telling me Dave wears makeup? Is that what you're saying, Graham? No, you were right with the first one. Was it what was it? Sugden? Is it? I know. It's just that if you play along like you don't know, the person who's joking starts to panic. It makes it all the more funnier. And you're thinking, you what? Yeah, rightly so. Look, if I took everything that everyone ever told me seriously, then I'd be a very unhappy little man. People tell me some horrible shit. I'm not even involved in some of it. I mean, I know some really horrible shit. It's like, I wish I didn't know that. Like the sound animals make when you drop a hi-fi unit on them. Don't want to know what that sound is. Don't want to know. Right. Get these trimmy bits done. See, if I start blitzing through stuff too fucking quickly, I'm going to run out of models by the end of the year. And I know that sounds daft that I'm saying I'm going to run out of models by the end of the year. You go over there. Just a little bit, so you can't fully be seen. But yeah, I do have to think like that far ahead. I do kind of think, what am I going to be able to do round about November, December, just in case I don't get any new box sets or anything to go, ooh, look, new shiny. Ah. If I don't get anything like that, I need to plan it ahead. So at the moment, I think I've got enough stuff to keep me going for the rest of the year. Going through Orcs, as well as like Hector's, a few other D&D type things. So I think I've got enough to keep me going to the end of the year. If not, there's always Rogues Then Hobbies. Loads, right? Okay, Modheim. Yeah, Rogues Den Hobbies at the moment is my go-to for models. So, if like me, you're not asked about proxies, as long as it's relatively the right size and covers the right amount, I'll take one-page rule stuff. I know I know 3 people with printers. I don't have one myself, but I know 3 people with printers. So it is doable for me to get one-page rule stuff and print it out. I believe, Joe, if you're still in, you're looking to send me some STLs as well, I believe. Which I'm really looking forward to. I'm actually I wanna kind of break the silence on that, but I'm not allowed. So it's like yeah, it's one of them. But one-page rule stuff is really good. I've seen some of that. Not all of it's good. Some of it's just quite generic. Because obviously a baseline trooper is a baseline trooper, and it's not going to put too much detail in. But some of the big centerpiece models, oh, they're good. Right. While I remember, this is surprising how quick I can do it. And that gets me that gets me straight to the website. Then we go to there, then we go to that, and then we go copy. And then we open up YouTube, and we make sure that I have muted my desktop audio. I have. And then we come to my channel, in the same place that all you are watching this, except for Louis, because Louis watching it on the portrait mode. And for some reason, I can't put links in the portrait mode. Right. Right. And, right, so these Hector things that I've been talking about all night, that you don't get to use my 10% code on, is from there. And I've pinned it now, so excellent. So that's the Hectors, if you were wondering what they are. one-page rules. Louis, are you in Discord? That's not you. That's not you. That's not you. That's not you. Nope. That's definitely not you because I know who that is. I can't see that name. If you are on the Discord, Louis, and you wish to tell people about certain models of one-page rules, then let me go have a look. Oh no, there is a 3D printing section. So if you want to pop anything in there, go ahead. As I said, I'm gonna have to do. There should be a link in the description down below. If there's not, invite to server. Copy that. Come back to my channel again, and I'll put a link in for Discord as well. Because why not? That way, anyone who wishes to join the Discord can. Paste. How are we doing, Jay? You just happened to pop up at a very, very strange time for me to be in and out of different windows. How are you doing? How are you doing, mate? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, you've not been in for a while, but you're coming towards the end of the stream. So I'll just go through a quick talk of what I've done for those people who have come in a bit late. We started out with grey models, of course. We always do. We always start out with grey models because that's how they come off the fucking sprue. Laz is being stupid, stating the obvious again. We've undercoated them black, dry brushed them as we normally do. We've done all the silver trim for the shoulder pads as well as the blue sections for the shoulder pads on all of them, including Captain, Ancient, and Vanguard veterans. So there's a lot of cleaning up to do. Then on Thursday, I won't be doing these. On Thursday, hopefully, I'm painting Dungeons and, well, kind of Dungeons and Dragons themed frogs. I'm going to say Dungeons and Dragons themed frogs just because... Oh no, Petrichor themed frogs. Petrichor is the game that the far. I need the rulebook for that. And I need to know when I can pick it up because that will be a nice one. Thank you, Greg. I've missed you too, mate. I miss everyone who doesn't turn up. I even reach out sometimes on Discord to those people who join and I don't see for a while. So good to see people back in. So yeah, the minis are for Petrichor, so hopefully I'll be doing them, starting them on Thursday. Monday I'll carry on these, which is mostly reds, contrasts, and ivories, bits of gut and gold. Essentially, it should work out that I need that one, that I should need them on Monday, and maybe Hive Dweller purple because that's what I might do the weapons with. I'm not decided. Not 100% anyway. So those are the 4 that I will need for Monday. And if I do the weapons with that as well, they'll also get a highlight with lilac, which is nice. So that's for then. Thursday, as I said, hopefully I'm going to have the Hectors. If not, then I'm going to blame the post office because it's not going to have anything to do with Graham because Graham's doing the best job. That is brilliant. Next Monday, carry on with Space Marines. Next Thursday, carry on with Petrichor frogs. 9 of them. 9 of them have been ordered. So, yeah. I'm slowly going to be catching up to Sparkles. These 13 cats she'll have now. Which is going to be bloody awkward, but she's got 13 cats as well as the 30 odd anthropomorphic animals. She's got almost as many D&D. Actually, she's probably got more D&D characters than I have. Because she's got some dwarves and some bloody gnomes as well, which I'm not happy about. She's got gnomes, people. Sparkles has gnomes as D&D characters. And she wonders why I kill them off so quick. I don't like gnomes. Evil fucking creatures. Well, she's... In fact, she is a good tank in D&D, Sparkles. Sparkles Oak as the Hill Dwarf is a fucking beast of a tank. Level 1 with a 20 AC. And that's before you give her a shield. Oh no, that's with a shield. She can go to a 21 AC at level 1. Sparkles Oak is a tank. However, my beloved wife-to-be Sparkles is also... I don't know what would be efficient and suitable to call her apart from a saint, because she puts up with me. And she puts up with me with no cameras and everything, no filters. All the bloody lot. So, yeah, she deserves a medal for that. Now, this is the fun bit. How do you end these streams again? I know I click the button there, but it's the rest of it. How do I close down? How do I say goodbye? How do I say hello? How do I make it so that those people like Jay, who's not been here that long, at least feels like he's not completely missed out on everything? Probably glad you... Yeah, probably glad you did miss most of the beginning of the stream, because that went weird. And then towards the end of the stream, Graham got me singing, Rick Astley, which I'm still trying to get out of my head. Stop it. See, there you go. Thank you, Jay. Hope you're all well. Hope you have a good night. Please drive safe, and I look forward to seeing you all on Thursday. See you later. And the last one, I believe. No, not that one. That's window capture. Where's my end screen? This is where this is what buggers me up. It's doing this stuff. I always forget about like end screens and things like that. So now we get a nice long run of names. So yeah, look after yourselves, everyone, and I shall see you on Thursday.
Musings, always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get damaged. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Be stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Stuck in board.